Hello and welcome, good people of DMV Sports Media. It is Super Soccer League midweek Tuesday action here on a beautiful night in Thomas Jefferson High School in Alexandria, Virginia. Two familiar opponents from the APL, Los Toros and the Aegean Hawks, in a rivalry match that certainly a relationship that spans the years now. It's an important match as well for playoff positioning. Hawks right now second on the table. Toros currently sitting fourth, but they have several games in hand. So really these two sides could be competing for the same playoff positioning, potentially for a season title, and no doubt we'll expect both sides to be in that Final Four playoff spots. This could be a little preview of playoffs to come. These are former champions, the both of them. Los Toros wearing their all-black kits, the Aegean Hawks wearing their all-white. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. Excited to have you with us here on YouTube. Make sure to make your thoughts known in the chat. Get those score predictions in before we get kicked off. If you get the score right before match kickoff, I'll get you your free Chipotle. Just make sure to get the scores in before match kickoff. And, of course, let us know where you're tuned in from, thoughts on the match, and get that friendly support, friendly banter going. Let's get into the starting lineups for both sides. For the Hawks, Trey Wolf will get the start in goal. Reliable goalkeeper coming over from VA Revolution. He spent time with Los Toros too, so that could be an interesting storyline. In front of Wolf will be Ryan Hall, David Rosenbaum, Andy Medrano, Peter Omonyide, John Fukene, Salah Warid, Tayshawn Johnson, Garrett Levy, Ajmal Basudi, Antonio Bustamante, as well as Amid. For Los Toros, Travis Basso will get the start. And he will have Joey Maestrin, Sam Devonshire, Abraham Ubeda, Jordi Santana, Elliot Berg, Kevin Cruz, Costa Nica, Michael De Grandes, Alejandro Nira, Aiden Mahoney, Ben Boateng, Stanley Alves, Jakob Esfaha, Gabriel Acosta, and in the backup goalkeeper role, Andres Nira, ready to make their appearance felt tonight. Get those predictions in. Again, Los Toros will play left to right wearing their all-black kits. Aegean Hawks right to left. And we are underway. Los Toros sending it right back to Costa Nica. Toros going to go to the corner with the initial kick. Boateng gives chance, but Basudi looks keen to play from the back. That might have been a mistake. Boateng immediately going to work for Los Toros and has sent it back to Maestrin. Here's the service. Bopped back and forth. Nika to the corner, and as Basudi able to do much better this time, drawing a foul and a little bit of breathing room for the Hawks. Good ball up to Omonyide. And the Hawks have the breathing room to start building from the back. This one down the line. Berg will get there first ahead of Omonyide. Basso wanted to play first time, didn't quite catch that as he may have liked. Will be a throw for the Hawks on that far touchline. And we're going to have a throw inside of Los Toros territory. Basudi looking for Omonyide. Peter Omonyide needs little introduction. He is the front man today for the Hawks. He certainly will be my player to watch in terms of goal-scoring threats. He's already made himself felt with his hold-up play, but that time didn't work out. Good ball forward initially. Kind of held up in front of Devonshire. Here's Warid sending it back inside now. Rosenbaum breaking the line. Salawa Reed still working into the 18. Can he get this across? Great stabbing challenge there from Devonshire. And he will send it down the line at the expense of a throw. Hawks will take over here on the near touchline. An intervention there from Devonshire. Big booming ball. Omonyide is in a great area, but Ubeda, Johnny on the spot to make the intervention. Abraham Ubeda, he's a player who's seen a lot of experience with Los Toros over the years. After a little hiatus, he's back in the side, and he will wear the captain's armband today. Had to make the intervention there ahead of Omonyide. This is a short delivery, well blocked. Fukene dispossessed. And Hawks don't get a second bite of the apple. This was sent back outside. There's Omonyide in traffic. He'll send it back. And Costa Rica picking the pocket of Medrano. It's an early ball in the direction of Esfaha. Well sniffed out. And now Trey Wolf. The direct traffic. Wolf shooting forward were Reed. Ball pinballs around. Now Rosenbaum playing it inside. There's another timely challenge on that far touchline. And the Hawks will find the packet in the middle. They've got bodies in support. And there's Tayshawn Johnson hugging that far touchline. Maestrin did enough, but consolation prize of a corner kick to come. Hawks enjoying the lion's share of the chances in possession thus far. Indeed. The question always seems to be, is Costa starting? Costa is indeed starting this game. Abraham is the GOAT. Welcome, Madeline Chapman. Yeah. Here is the in-swinger. Boateng doesn't get the cleanest clearance. Still in the mix. Here's a second chance for the Hawks. That's over the line, and it looks like we're going to have a goal kick coming out. Abraham Ubeda, the highly touted 15-year-old talent, making his first start ever with Los Toros. First time playing his senior ball after his academy contract. We'll look to see what Ubeda can do tonight. Here's Travis Basso floating one into the midfield. This one ricochets off Johnson. Get those predictions in. I know kickoff's already happened, so y'all are late with the predictions, but let's get some score predictions in. This is a classic down here in the Super Soccer League Virginia Conference, APL Conference. Of course, for those who are unfamiliar with the history of the league, this is the first season ever Super Soccer League Virginia Conference and APL Conference have merged. There's a lovely tackle from Basutti. Stabbing that away from Johnson. Now Aiden Mahoney going to work in the midfield. It's still up for grabs. Here's Devonshire running out of options. So this conference, in essence, is going to be the APL conference, but still a part of the larger Super Soccer League, which has a Maryland component as well. At the end of the season, the champions of Maryland, the champions of Virginia will play in a Super Cup final. This is the regular season. Both teams looking for a playoff spot. Here's a good challenge from Costa. Now Esfaha, not quite on the same page as Mahoney. Got to share the link with anyone who might be interested. Let's get some more people in this chat. Far too few for such a great matchup. This one's down the line. Omonide gets ahead to it. Now Berg will go home with Basso waiting in the wings. Good touch forward, Devonshire. Get the return pass from Nika. Now Berg looking to get some touches on the ball. Beta, good quick decision there. Oh, lovely ball forward from Nira. Perhaps too direct, and Trey Wolf will send it back. Wolf looking over the top. Good win from Maestrin. This one's over the top. Here comes Boateng, but it's well sniffed out at the back. Now Ryan Hall looking to start the attack for the Hawks. Hall again, looking for Omonide. It's going to be a battle all day between Berg and Omonide. That time Berg does enough. Bustamante out to Hall. Bustamante, top of the 18. He's threaded one through. There's the final touch. Basso gets behind it. Salo Reed, he took a great angle to that ball and able to get a final touch. Perhaps didn't get enough venom on the shot. But a beautiful service from Bustamante. There's a player down for Los Toros. We hope to see a quick recovery for Elliot Berg. It looks like the trainer will come on. Tough to see. Let's take a look at the service, though, from Bustamante. As he slalom through traffic. Well, looks like Berg able to make his way off under his own two legs, which is good to see. We'll see if he's able to make his return to the pitch in a moment. For now, we're going to have a drop ball at the feet of Basso. Yep. You are totally right. I got you. I'm going to start the clock, and I'll get it updated. Thanks. Here's Basudi under duress. Ajmal Basudi dispossessed now. Mira from distance. Wolf will spill. Here's the second collection from Trey Wolf, picking up and atoning for his misstep. That was a stinging shot from distance from Nira. Now Salah Reed coming through traffic, and that's a poor decision. Boateng able to jump it, but Ajmal Basudi quickest to the second ball. Nira looking forward. Here comes Jakob Esfaha. Maybe not the most clinical of touches, and play will continue with Hawks by way of Ryan Hall. Looking for the diagonal ball. Falls kindly for Costa. Good intervention there from Trey Wolf. Kind of an uncomfortable moment for the Hawks. There's going to be another set piece, this one against Los Toros. Welcome random Aussie, Connor McMurdy, Carson M. And Chris Chapman, welcome, welcome all. Here's the service from Hall, looking to the top of the 18. Joey Maestrin rises well. But Hawks still on the front foot. There's Bustamante into the feet of Johnson. Boateng on his horse, able to get back and make the intervention. Now it's Faja for Los Toros. Toros have been unable to find their oh-so-dangerous counterattacks. There's shouts for handball, but the hands were down at the side. That is not going to be called with just how close. There it is. Oh, here's Johnson. He's in behind, and he's got a goal. Tayshawn Johnson has found the back of the net. It was an unexpected sequence. Turned at the top of the 18 and has started his scoring account here today against rivals Los Toros. 1-0 here in the 15th minute. Let's take a look back at the replay. Good turn from Johnson, but if you're Los Toros, it's far too easy. Good to see Johnson on the score sheet. He's a player with massive capabilities. And I showed it there with a calm, cool finish after a lovely little turn in behind. Toros looking to right the ship. Here's Maestrin on the far touchline. His ball is blocked. Now back to Ubeda. Costa trying to open up some space. Now Ubeda down the line. Basudi able to get there first. And Boateng has won the throw. It's a beautiful night here at Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia. Perfect night for footy. If you're in the area, come on out. This is a match that certainly holds a lot of promise, a lot of talent out there on both sides of the ball. But if that's not feasible, we're excited to have you here on DMV Sports Media. Make sure to share the link with all the friends. I think this match is just getting heated up. Honestly, we have not seen the best of either side. Hawks flashing just what they're capable of with that goal. This one sent into the midfield. Rosenbaum will bounce it right back out. Now Basudi scanning the field. Well taken down from Hall. Clinical as you like. Fukene will send it across. A little miscommunication between the Hawks players and Los Toros. Desperately looking to find a play from the ground. Jordi Santana will send it back. And here's Berg, who looks to have made a full recovery from his knock he took earlier on. Some reinforcements on the line here for Los Toros. Getting warm. Could see some additions. A lovely overlapping run from Devonshire. Mahoney able to find him. And now a throw for Los Toros on the near touch. It does look like we're going to get two switches. Elliot Berg is off, possibly still suffering from that little knock he took earlier. Kevin Cruz is on. It's a like-for-like defensive switch. That's right. Welcome to our regular viewers. Random Aussie from Sydney, Australia, and Madeline from South Georgia. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in, our two most loyal fans. This one sent into the 18. And Mahoney unable to hang on. Good challenge from Hall. It looks like that one probably should have gone the other way, but in any case, going to be a throw for Los Toros. Big ball into the 18. It's flicked forward. Wolf able to hang on, but we're going to have a set piece coming out. There was an infraction in there. Good ball out to the far touchline. Johnson sends it forward. Johnson and Omonide working together like old partners. Here comes Ada Mahoney into the seam. Ryan Hall first to it. And now Johnson will turn upfield. There's a big ball over the top, asking the question. Salah Warid will run onto it. Jevenshire on his horse, but Warid will continue. It's sent in to the 18. Omonide still working. There's going to be a foul going against Omonide. Grande is able to get to the spot just in the nick of time and draw the foul. Looks like De Grandes has come on for Costa, who's nursing a slight knock. That's a bit of a light pass. Toros struggling to get their cohesion right now. And as Faha thought he jumped that one properly. There will be a set piece for the Hawks just inside Toros territory. A little bit of frustration starting to mount for Toros, but they have won the ball right back. It's a cheap giveaway from the set piece and just as cheaply given right back. Grandes with the challenge. Rosenbaum certainly feels there was an infraction in there, but it's going to stand. Throw for Los Toros on that far touch. Good ball inside. Jordi Santana has won the throw. Now we're back into play. And is back along this Los Toros back line. Still trying to find the key in behind the Hawks. The Hawks formation has been impenetrable thus far. There's De Grandes, dispossessed. Reed will take it. Send it forward to Bustamante down the line. Look at Bustamante go. Slaloming one, slaloming two. Still going. The final service. Direct ball just outside the reach of two Hawks players. And now Basso will start the attack from the back. Clever little ball in from Basso. Devonshire into De Grandes. And this is much better from Los Toros. They've got bodies forward in support. Boateng working that far touch. Just missing out on Nira on the final distribution. It will be a throw for Los Toros on that far touch. Good luck, Random Aussie. Sorry about your roof. It's Basso over to Kevin Cruz. Lovely little turn from Santana. And now Mahoney looking to find his way in. Ryan Hall has been exceptional thus far, not allowing any cheap stuff in behind. Now Hall took a slight deflection on its way through, and Kevin Cruz will come home in order to get the attack going. The Hawks' pressure is well coordinated. It just seems to collapse on the attack. And there is going to be a set piece for the benefit of Aegean Hawks. De Grandes deemed to be the guilty party. We're going to take a look back on the replay, but it will be a set piece in a really dangerous area. Antonio Bustamante, the one to deliver for the Hawks. Can he make it two? Certainly within shooting range, but also has a whole host of colleagues there in the middle. Bustamante into a dangerous area. Basso able to get a hand to it. Corner kick now to come. And Hawks very much on the front foot. Looks like Hawks have movement on their sideline. Amir, next player, looked to come in. It's sent to a good area. Almanide was looming. Santana able to make the intervention. Amir will take his place onto the field. We'll see who has come off. I think that's Rosenbaum making way. Beta into De Grandes. De Grandes under pressure. Got it off just in time. Now Cruz going to skip one. Looking in behind. But that pressure from Hawks has been really well orchestrated today. Toros having to find a different way in through the door than normal. The long ball hasn't been on thus far. Here's De Grandes back to Ubeda. It's well jumped there by Medrano. And John Quinn looking for the home run pass. Ubeda right there. Now De Grandes finding the width. Every inch of advancement has been hard won. Still the same. That's again really well contested in the midfield. Mahoney will send it back. De Grandes out to Devonshire. Here comes Sam Devonshire into a pocket for Alejandro Nira. That's Faja with the impetus to go to work. Akabas Faja with the service into the 18. Nira still working. Has got it off his feet. There's the turn. What an effort. Off the bar and now up and over. Goal kick to come, but Toros finding their first real chances of the match. Take a look. This one pinballing around. Nira did so well to find Jordi Santana, and the final effort just off the far top post. Certainly had Trey Wolf scrambling and concerned there. Play will resume. Goal kick sent to the far touch. It's flicked forward by Basuti. Mir. Boateng winning it back for Los Toros. Good win back. And Boateng goes down. Basudi deemed to be the guilty party. This is one of Toros' few set-piece opportunity. Looks like Toros will make a switch. It's Isfaha coming off, and Stanley Alves to come on. Stanley Alves looking to add some fresh legs and some veteran presence, scoring presence for this set piece. De Grandes is the one standing over the ball for Los Toros. Michael De Grandes to the back post. Oh, it's one initially up and over. Alves almost making the golden touch with his first intervention, first act on the ball, and instead goal kick to come. Hawks will play from the back from this goal kick. It's down the line. Good little overlapping run. Basudi has space in front. Can he get it off his feet? Well, won by Hall. And now Aiden Mahoney jumping Medrano and almost finding a chance in behind. Instead, Hawks will restart play with the throw. Now Wolf, it's a huge goalkeeping addition for the Hawks here. Certainly a calming presence and a leader presence in that back line. This is Monyide. Able to stretch the field of play. Amir has got Johnson down the line, but Maestron's right there. Looks like we've got another sub coming on. It's Gray for the Hawks. And he will replace Salah Warid. Ubeda send this in. It's won initially by Amir. Hawks now have an opportunity to get forward. That's a lovely challenge from Michael De Grandes. Still in the mixer. Torres struggling to play out. Onyide doesn't need a second invitation. He'll drive right forward. Now Gray to the top of the 18. That is great pressure from Stanley Alves. He started the pressure. And it looks like his pressure has paid dividends. It's a throw now for Los Toros. Santana will go back to Maestron, and it'll be a simple foul back in the corner. .33 minutes gone here at Thomas Jefferson in this Super Soccer League regular season contest. Hawks finding their way through to goal with the first one. Tayshawn Johnson was the scorer. Toros have had a hard start today, and again, won't get any easier. These are two elite teams from Virginia. This is certain to be two playoff teams, potentially two championship contenders. Ball bounces in behind. Maestron with the second effort. Medrano, strong header forward. Aiden Mahoney will take it to ground. Looking for a ball in behind. Boateng has help in the form of Alejandro Nera. And clever little overlapping run, but Basutti was all over it. Aegean Hawks unable to connect with their front men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on the match thus far. Share the link with all your friends. This is a match that really hasn't opened up just yet, but I think we're in for quite a bit. Here's Amir in traffic, able to get it forward. Cruz first to it. Set. Looks like there was a handball behind the play. Couple of additions. So Tena is off. Looks like Costa is on. Hawks looking for the vertical ball. It's well taken down by Gray. Toros looking to start from the back. De Grandes in a little pocket. Not a lot of space to work with. Amir has won it back. Now inside for Quene. Beautiful connective play for the Hawks. Gray looking to find his way in behind. There is going to be a foul from De Grandes, and he's got the card as well. Set piece there in the corner. Toros pleading their case, but it's not going to come back. Big opportunity for Hawks to put a little bit of insurance policy between them and those Toros, the ever dangerous Toros. Never want to rely on just a one-goal lead, but what can Tayshawn Johnson create from this corner area? Like Omar Fall is the player on for the Hawks, and he'll get into the mixer. This is kept alive by Hall. A lot of bodies in that 18. Basutti into Omonide. Omonide turned it towards goal, but couldn't quite get enough pace behind it, enough venom to beat Travis Basso. Now play will resume on the ground. De Grandes looking to find the width. Ooh, that's a nervy back pass. Kevin Cruz bailing out his teammate. And it's flicked forward. What a flick from Aiden Mahoney. The last-ditch challenge from Basutti. Just about nicked it off of Alves. Hall clever to find a nice little angle there to help Hawks get forward. Here is a service in behind. Peter Omonide. Final touch let him down, but that was a great service from Andy Medrano. Omonide, we talked about how dangerous he could be today, and he has continued to find a threat forward. Now Cruz floated into the midfield. It's a steaming ball. Nera not able to keep control. Hawks now on the front foot. This is Bustamante. Into the feet of Johnson. Great hold there from Basso off of the pacey shot from Johnson. And this time it looks like Hawks will elect to go big. That's a booming kick from Basso in the direction of Boateng. Hall's down, and we're going to come back to the spot of the foul. A love loss between the two. Tension's certainly getting higher and higher. It's a rivalry match, an important rivalry match. Wouldn't expect anything less. Here's Wolf looking to the corner. Boateng has to concede the throw with Omonyide and Basudi bearing down. There's Basudi's service to the feet of Bustamante, and it looks like it's given as a corner kick. Controversy abound, going to have a corner kick now. Toros certainly not thrilled on that one. Medrano will be the one to serve. And here comes the service. Medrano's ball is a bending ball into a good area. Boateng wins the first. Second one taken down by Johnson. Now Hall on the ground. Can Amir get this off his feet? Yes, he can. Devonshire first to it. The service into Omonyide. Omonyide goes down. Devonshire, Cruz, and lovely control there from Alves. Boateng, pocket picked. And Devonshire will keep this alive. Mahoney unable to hang on now. Grandes winning it. And Toros on the front foot now. Here comes Abraham Ubeda. Threading the needle into Boateng. And Hawks have found a patient approach, so they've won it back. Omar Fall getting some of his first touches of the match. Hawks not under any immediate urgency. They will attack now. Down the line it goes. Bustamante working against Nira. Good challenge from Maestrin, and it will be another throw on that far touchline. John Falcone, not really the ball he had in mind. And it will be a throw on the near touch. All flicked forward by Alves. Hall under pressure, but he's got his goalkeeper, Wolf, bail him out. Good ball out from Wolf. Basudi now slaloming and avoiding tackles. Good ball forward. Here comes Peter Omonyide. Maestrin has to be careful. Omonyide back to the 18. Ricochets right back into the feet of Alejandro Nira. Now Boateng with the width. Mahoney was here on the near side, but just too many white shirts blanketing him. Final couple minutes of this first half. Here comes Omonyide. And it looks like we're going to come back to the spot of contact. Yeah, that's an offside. That's a good decision. Might have been a foul were it not for the offside, but Omonyide was certainly in behind there. Basso will switch the point of attack out wide. What a turn there from Alejandro Nira. Needs some support. Nira, top of the 18. He's got Alves. Now Costa Rica. Shot taken, shot blocked. And Hawks still under pressure. It's going to be a throw for those Toros. Devonshire getting forward. And we're going to come back to the down player. It looks like Boateng will need one as Faha looking like the next man up. There's coming together. As we said, tension's certainly mounting. Will be something to watch out for. The exchange between Alves, Basutti, and Toros for the final couple moments of this first half. They'll make the switch. Jacobus Faha in for Boateng. Big throw from Mahoney. As Faha got ahead to it, didn't get it in the right direction. And now it could be in behind. Omonyide causing issues, but great composure there from Ubeda. And Mahoney will go right back to work on the offensive side of the ball. De Grandes. Patient and measured in his approach. Got plenty of space with Maestrin down the line. And here comes Asfaha. A little too direct, even for the speedy Asfaha. Hawks this time not keen on playing from the back. We'll look to dump this goal kick further upfield. This one doesn't really get the distance that Wolf would have liked. Alves first to it. Well sent away by Medrano. Second ball also contested. Toros hungry for an equalizer. Here's Aiden Mahoney, top of the 18. Can he get it off his feet? Basutti is there. Good challenge from Ajmal Basutti. Now Hawks looking to counter. Looks like there's a card. I believe that was Omonyide with the card, and even though the foul on the set piece will be for the Hawks, hard to see from our angle who did receive that caution. There's the service from Ajmal Basutti, top of the 18, doesn't clear the first man, and that is going to be our halftime whistle. Aegean Hawks with the lone goal of the first half through the foot of Tayshawn Johnson. Plenty left in this one, although we haven't quite seen the end of this half. Looks like Maestrin will go in the book. And now we're going to see halftime begin. There's another caution. Nobody seems happy, but that's what else is new. And we're going to take our halftime break. Thanks for joining us here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube. As always, make sure to share the link. Well, this is certainly going to be a spicy second half. Riz Soccer, welcome. Great to see you tuned in here south of the Potomac. Gotta love these midweek actions just to give us our fix. Last us through to the weekend. We got a whole host of contests coming up this weekend, but during the midweek on DMV Sports Media, we have obviously this Toros Hawks match tonight. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, it will be another a UPSL contest. Alexandria United taking on the Alexandria Reds, the Alexandria Derby. Make sure to tune in for that one. But tonight, it's all about Hawks, Los Toros. We'll see you back for the second half here on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, second half is upon us here at Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia. Los Toros, Aegean Hawks in Super Soccer League, Virginia Conference action. Hawks will play it left to right, wearing their all-white kits. Los Toros wearing all black, right to left. There's an early bit of pressure from Alves. Wolf will send it forward to Rosenbaum, and it looks like it's reclaimed there in the midfield. Toros with a strong start. De Grandes looking to get it out towards Santana. Lovely bit of skill from Esfaha. And Esfaha goes down. John Fukene whistled for the foul. We talked about the tensions rising at the end of that first half. Certainly we'll pick up right where we left off. In the first 45, the lone goal off the foot of Tayshawn Johnson, which has been the difference maker today. We'll see what Toros can muster up. De Grandes, the one to deliver. From about 30 yards out. Floated ball to the back post. Defended well at the expense of a corner kick. Now Hawks will have to defend another set piece. It looks like it's Costa Nika to take the kick. And sent in really quickly. Mahoney got it off his feet. Here's Elliot Berg. Flicked forward by Cruz. And Trey Wolf streaking off his line in the nick of time. And now Hawks will get their turn to get forward. Oh, Peter Omonide. Excuse me, Tayshawn Johnson able to win that back off of De Grandes. Esfaha whistled for the foul. Garrett Levy, the one to take. Here's Levy, back to Omar Fall. Fall sees something he likes in behind. Huge ball. There's Salawar Reed looking for the audacious. Maestrin able to put on the afterburners to get back and defend. Now will be a throw on the near side. Levy looking to the top of the 18. Berg with the first. Cruz with the second ball forward. Now it's Mahoney. Not going to stretch the field. Has Santana in support. Jordi Santana did well to keep his footing. Here's Maestrin. Mahoney again. With Esfaha creating with Esfaha to the back post. Alves still battling. Medrano able to get a partial clearance. And here come the Hawks. Salawar Reed on the far touchline. This is sent in behind. And Berg not going to take any chances that time. This one's sent into the 18. And when Yide is possessed, Cruz able to find a player forward. Good little ball out from Kevin Cruz. Now it's Costa Nika. Toros have found a lot more cohesive pressure this half. Here's Alves picking up the deflected ball forward. He needs support. Stanley Alves. Back into Mahoney. And the final ball Really anticlimactic, just trickles over that end line. Goal kick to come for the Hawks. Make sure to share this link out with any interested parties. We got quite a second half in store. Plenty of time for drama. This is one you won't want to miss. Thanks for joining us here on DMV Sports Media. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Every like does boost us in the algorithm, boosts this video, and gives these players and teams the exposure they deserve. Here's a Sfaha out of the air. Ryan Hall with the second one. And it looks like this one's quickly sent forward by the Hawks. Rosenbaum sending it back, to go forward. Omanyide. Omar Falls, ball cut out de Grandes. Measured approach, this time from Los Toros. Centeno with Costa. Looking to find any seams to play into. Cruz sees something he likes. It's down the line. Maestrin could have been in. There's a coming together. And it looks like there's more controversy. We're going to have to see how this gets adjudicated. Maestrin's still down after the collision with Bustamante. Looks like the trainer will come on. Yeah, it's not a lot of win of the ball, and Maestrin looked like he could have been in. I imagine we'll see at the very least a set piece for Los Toros. A little sportsmanship between Maestrin and Medrano. Looks like there's a conference over there on the line, just sorting out what the right decision is. We get to the bottom of this. We'll get you an update as soon as we have the information. Here's a look back once more at the moment that brought us here. It's the service from Cruz down the line. Maestrin on the end of it. And certainly upended. It looks like it's given for the benefit of the Hawks. Interesting, to say the least. Looks like this will be a kick for Trey Wolf. Good flick from Omanyide. Omar Fall looking forward. Again, Centeno with the win. Toros streaking to every ball. Good ball down the line. Santana, second ball Still contested. It's 1 now. Bustamante streaking into green grass. He's got Omonide in support. Peter Omonide. Back to Levy. Garrett Levy. Streaking forward. Santana got a piece of that. That's a strong challenge. And there is a high elbow. It looks like Rosenbaum will go in the book for this one. Set piece coming out. This one's sent across. Now Maestrin. Toros trying to find something here. 57th minute. Still at a 1-goal deficit. Aiden Mahoney taking his time, and just a lot of Hawks players behind the ball at the moment. Elliot Berg has plenty of time to line up his ball, but not a clean sequence of play. Well, this is going to be a foul. Looks like it's Faja. It's the player who drew this foul. There's another look back. Yeah, get your ice cream, Madeline. This is going to be one to certainly enjoy. Get those snacks, get those drinks, people. Will S. Why was the Arlington SA result overturned? It was because of ineligible player. I can't say more than that. Technical infraction, basically. Here's Costa looking to get under the wall. Just a slight deflection out. Corner kick to come now. Basically, for the Arlington game, there was a player who was formerly registered. Here's the low ball in. Flick forward by Alves. It's up and over. Goal kick to come. Yeah, it was an Arlington player who came in late in that Doratus game that apparently had a name change, created a new UPSL profile, but was still on a different UPSL team with another profile. So the player basically defrauded 2 teams in the league, but Arlington penalized for that one, as I understand it. Of course, I'm not a trusted league source, so this is just what I've heard. But that's how I heard it. There's the ball forward from Rosenbaum. Cut out. Berg still going. Berg for Asfaha. Omar Far will cover the distance. He's got a partial clearance only as far as De Grandes. De Grandes still going. You're in the 59th minute. Big ball. Then through. Elliot Berg is there. Berg back to Asfaha. Asfaha, he cuts, he serves. Aiden Mahoney now flicking it up. Still going. Alves, clever, but not clever enough. We're going to come back and check on the player who's down. Might have been a head injury. Will be a drop ball for Hawks number 1. Good turn there from Salawa Reed. Excuse me, that was Not a great ball from Isfaha. And the Hawks happy to oblige. Omanjide now back out to Rosenbaum. Maestrin with the partial clearance. Not enough, though. Still battling pinballs around. And De Grandes will make the partial clearance. Mahoney still battling. Fall gets a touch to it. Certainly an electric sequence. Just bang, bang, bang. Now it's a set piece for the benefit of Los Toros. Mira brought down by John Fuquene. This is Cruz on the far touchline. Berg. Nervy moment. Basso had to be clever in finding an angle there. Berg will pick up the pieces. Here's Elliot Berg looking down the line just outside the range of Santana. Well, pressure mounting. Fall gets it off his foot. And will run out of real estate. Throw right at midfield. Good ball out to Michael De Grandes. Toros, they've got bodies and support. That's not De Grandes' best ball, but pass failed successfully. The deflection right into the path of Mahoney. Now Maestrin with the width. His ball also deflected it for a throw on the far touch. As I understand, it was not Doratis involved in this one. Arjun, similar but different. In any case, this is sent in. Alves took the shot, blocked. Near. And now Bustamante driving forward for the Hawks. He's got lots of space. He'll cut and find Johnson. Johnson working to the end line. Santana is there. Good from Santana. Clever now between Santana and Costa. Well, in the Doratis game, it was a different league, different situation. There was a player who played on two teams, but there was permission given basically erroneously in that one, so the match had to be a rematch, not a forfeit. Oh, look at the skill. Maestrin cutting forward, slaloming through players, still going. The final service is there. Alves almost found himself in the heroic last challenge there from Medrano. We'll see Toros with the consolation prize of a corner kick. A little bit different situation. It is a player eligibility situation. Kind of a different one as well. There's Rosenbaum off. The service into a good area. Mahoney dispossessed by Hall. Here comes Ryan Hall. Streaking down the line. Not a lot of black shirts back. Johnson will go to work now on this near touch. Tayshaun Johnson cuts once, and the service is a good one. Now Salawarid. Oh, it's just a whisker wide. Toros almost undone on the counter. They've committed so many bodies forward. Take a look back at this ball. So gonna look long this time. Not keen on sending anything short. Big ball upfield. Looks like there is a set piece through the back of Costa. Amir, the guilty party. And he'll pick up a caution too. Amir going in the book. Time ticking down now. Toros will play short this time. Cruz again looking over the top. Ryan Hall again covering the distance. This is well won by Kevin Cruz upfield. Mahoney just missing out on Alves. But Toros undaunted. They'll continue. Nira's service up and over. A little too much juice on that one. Goal kick to follow. Ball up from Trey Wolf. It's well flicked on by Omonyide. Maestrin's had a strong game this far. He'll win that one again. Now Berg on the far touch. Dispossessed by Medrano. This is still very much in the mix. Omonyide comes out on top. Slaloming another player. Look at the skill from Peter Omonyide. And Santana getting stuck in there. Good decision there from Esfaha. Maestrin will keep it alive, hugging the far touch. This is a much more promising attack. Down the line it goes. Berg, can he get there? Yes, he can. It's squared to Alves, and Alves just wide. Toros very much need a special touch up top. They've found chances, but need to find a little something more on the final effort. Here's Fall into the feet of Omonyide. Oh, jumped well by Alves. Stanley Alves. Quick on the counterattack. Santana's there as well. It's well won initially, not a full clearance. Good play on from our referee. Bustamante still going. He'll look for the penetrating pass. But Cruz is there. Cruz down the line for De Grandes. Nira. Now Costa. Berg. Nira again. Toros. Who has the magic touch? Who can put one home? Costa goes down, and it looks like it's going to be Costa whistled for handing over the ball. Indirect kick coming out. Wolf will pump this into the night sky. It's initially touched by Omonyide, but second ball falls kindly for Cruz. There's Esfaha from behind. Levy, the guilty party. And De Grandes will stand over top this ball. De Grandes, what can he serve up? It's a good ball in behind. Too many Toros players there, spoiled for choice, but again, no clinical touch in front of goal. Take a look at this service from Michael De Grandes. I think Nira Alves, Berg, all right there. Maybe got in each other's way. We're going to have a couple switches. Ashbel Basudi is on. Now John Fuquene. Out to Medrano. Over the top it goes. Johnson touching it to the top of the 18. Hawks on the front foot. There is certainly going to be something to adjudicate here. Costa going in the book. And now Hawks will have a set piece from this near touchline. Great position for a service. Down the line, here comes Johnson working against Esfaha. Johnson will send it, but it doesn't find any recipients. Just over the end line. Goal kick to follow. Time ticking down. We're into the final 20 minutes. Hawks still holding on to their lead. A goal from the first half from Tayshawn Johnson. Toros have found their chances, but have not been clinical enough in front of the Hawks goal. There's Berg, Nira. Well snipped out by Omar Fall. Hawks will have to go back on the defensive. Toros right back to it. Here comes Nira. Lofted ball up. Hall behind it. Here's Santana. Berg. Goalkeeper is there. And will collect without too much drama. Manide working his magic down the line. He's turned and will get those long strides into action. Basso off his line in the nick of time. Manide ever dangerous. Just overran the chance there. Now Maestrin creating the width. Has got his ball. That's a good win from Medrano. Had to get ball and did get just enough. Now it's in. Devonshire with the first challenge. Cruz will get one out. Good decision from Kevin Cruz. Now Nira. Oh, lovely turn there from Alejandro Nira. The service is exquisite. Alves. Alves will come all the way across. Maestrin serves it in. Here's Costa. And again, Hawks able to bend, not break, but it's getting really nervy in there. That was a good turn from Omonide. Ishmael Basudi. Into John Fuquene. Now diagonal ball across. Goes to Salawar Reed. Was the intended target, but it'll be a Toros throw. Looks like Garrett Levy will come on. Tayshawn Johnson and Omar Farr off. Gray also coming on. Good ball across. Oh no, maybe not the ball that Basso would have wanted, if he could have it back. Here's a strike from distance, deflected, just wide of goal. Well, deflected by the head. And now, consolation prize of a corner kick. Hawks still holding on to that single goal lead. They'll have an opportunity to ask the question with this set piece. It's Bustamante to deliver. Won't clear the first man at the near post. Hall putting it right back in the mix. Costa for Berg. Now Devonshire. And has won the throw. Good challenge from Ryan Hall. Now Toros quickly in. Kevin Cruz first to it. There's a couple potential recipients up top. There's going to be a certain foul on that far touchline. It's Levy going in the book. And Toros with a set piece. Here's another look back on that ball down the line from Kevin Cruz. Quick little acceleration. From Alves. He's slow back to his feet. Well, he'd be able to continue. Stanley Alves has been a huge part of Toros. Getting forward, looks like he will continue. Now, it's De Grandes and Costa. Standing over the ball. Costa will be the man for the job. What can he find? Here's the delivery. Costa's ball's a good one. And it's a good service, but a little too much for Jordi Santana to handle. Got up for it, but couldn't quite wrap his head around it. Really hard-fought match thus far. Goals have been hard to come by. There's Devonshire for Berg. Berg looking for Nika. It'll be a throw deep inside Hawks territory. An opportunity for Los Toros to try to limit Hawks from getting out. We're into the 79th minute. Just about 11 left to play, plus whatever stoppage we get. Here's Devonshire. Stabbing it down the line. Here comes a bouncing ball. And Hall, didn't he deal with that well? It's again flicked down the line. Eventual recipient is offside. It's Omonide. Just behind this back line. Toros playing quickly. Here comes Cruz. Grandes now. Creating width. Now vertical ball up into the 18. Alves pursuing along with Esfaha. And it just about saved, but over the touch. And Toros will have a throw deep inside Hawks territory. Santana to deliver. Jordi Santana didn't quite get the distance he would have liked, but we'll have a second chance to make a service. Santana again. Now it's for handball. Doesn't look like it's going to be given. Maestrin keeping it alive. Joey Maestrin out to Nira. Nira slaloming, taking down Yeah, it looks like that's Medrano going in the book. There's another look back on this piece of play. Nera dangling that ball out and then getting to it so quickly. There's Costa standing over the ball. The delivery into the wall. It's well saved by Wolf. Hawks will play from the back. Hall looking for the vertical. It's well cut out by Devonshire. Now it's Faha. Back and forth. Amir able to take this to ground. Oh, that's well sniffed out. But Costa's ball will get through. Nera looking for something up top, but it's well blanketed by Levy. We're into the final 9 minutes of this match. Toros still trying to find something for their troubles. Hawks holding on to that lead. Nera with the service into Alves. Alves in behind. It's well blocked. What a block in front of goal. Andy Medrano, heroic challenge there in front of his own net. And it's a corner kick, consolation prize for Los Toros. But look at that defending from Andy Medrano to clear a lot of distance and get in front of Alves just in the nick of time. We're into the end of the 82nd minute. Just about 7 left to play. Costa's ball is low. It will not clear the first man. Toros playing short this time. Nera turning. Excuse me, this is Stanley Alves. Back to De Grandes, who tried to find a clever little pass. Didn't pan out. Berg winning it back. Now De Grandes down the line for Elliot Berg. And Alves, he'll turn. Oh, it's in. Costa into the back of the net. Costa Nika with the equalizer here in the 83rd minute. And we are all level here at Thomas Jefferson. What a service, what a touch, and what a goal. And we have a whole new ball game here in the final 7 minutes of this match. Take a look back on the replay. Alves absolutely creating this chance and finding his colleague. Lovely little touch of the toe through the legs of the goalkeeper. And we have a level game now. Salawar Reed is off. Deshaun Johnson is on. Here comes Basudi. There's one back by Toros, but maybe not the idea. They weren't on the same page at that time. It's well turned by Bustamante. Medrano looking into the 18. Omonide turns. Peter Omonide. Excellent hold-up play. A service from Medrano was kept alive, but no final recipients for the white shirts. And now sent up top. Berg back to Nera. Nera colliding with Levy. Levy gets his balance back, and now play will continue. Good ball back to Ajmal Basudi. Basudi with the service in the direction of Omonide. Medrano still going. Andy Medrano across the 18. Can he find a recipient? Oh, there's Peter Omonide. How has that not gone in? Shouts for the foul. It looks like play will continue. Here's Basso looking big for the home run ball. Alves is there. Alves going to be whistled for the foul. And that is going to be a set piece coming out. Looks like Elliot Berg is off. Aiden Mahoney on. We got 5 minutes left to play. Big ball from Wolf. Won't clear Maestrin though. It was heavily contested. Good win. Gray looking forward. Runs into a wall of black shirts, but it's right back into the mixer from Bustamante. Final touch, a little overcooked by Johnson. That's well cut out by Amir in the midfield. Still has to find a way through, and it's Faha. It's just a collision of heads, but we're going to hope both players are all right. Head injury, no malice. But absolutely got to stop the game. Looks like Faha is back on his feet and able to walk off on his own power, but this is over the top. Mahoney will give chase, but it's well won in the back by Medrano. Battle and Cruz. Let's look for the foul. And there is going to be something off the ball. Ryan Hall. It's going to go in the book for this one. Certainly high tensions, as we've seen all game, and no more so now than the final 2 minutes. Enjoy that lobster randomosity. That sounds delightful. Wish there was anywhere serving lobster here right now. DMV Sports Media on the TV. Lobster on the plate. That doesn't sound bad at all. Here's a big ball forward as Faha first to it. Ashmal Basudi served this one up. Right back to the feet of Basudi. Can he find a window for the service? Final effort. Goes begging. Into the 89th minute we go. Both teams looking for what could be the game winner. Will we have a final goal in this one? Basso's booming ball upfield will start the attack. Amir whistled for the foul. A lot of black shirts getting into the mix. De Grandes, Costa, now Devonshire. Back to Basso, straight up. Costa looking to get onto the ball, but looks like we'll make a switch. Devonshire off. Elliot Berg is going to come on to bring some fresh legs for the final moments of this one. Here comes Berg into the play, and we have a throw to restart play on the near side. Ajmal Basudi standing over this one. The ball back to Basudi. Hall will put it right back down Jump Street. Mahoney jumps it first. Here's Aiden Mahoney's ball up for Alves. Alves can't believe his misfortune here. It's a big ball upfield. Grandes looking forward. This is a great timed run from Nira. Has got Alves in behind. Stanley Alves, what a save from Trey Wolf to deny Alves from point blank range. This might be a game saving from Trey Wolf. Take a look at the service from Nira across to Alves. Trey Wolf got across and made himself big at the right time. Consolation prize of a corner kick to come. Here's Costa's ball over everyone. Berg will put it back across. Well won by De Grandes. Oh, Berg again. De Grandes will serve it. Well, not a full clearance. Mahoney into the direction of Isfaha. Amir will send it forward. Here's Gray. Good battle there. And Isfaha will go in the book for that one. That piece just inside Toros territory. Basudi's ball won't get a lot of height to it. Second bite at the apple now for the Hawks. Basudi looking towards a seam. The return pass to Basudi is controversial, but it's quickly sent in. That's Faha. Taken down, bounce back outside. Here is Costa. Looking down the line, but Levy first to it. Now Amir. Out to Johnson. Johnson got Medrano. Wow, that's a great win. And that is going to be your final whistle. Toros and Hawks sharing points in a hard-fought match. Probably the fair result for a match that could have gone either way. First goal for the Hawks from the first half. Tayshawn Johnson, the equalizer here in the second half, came off the foot of Costa Rica, assisted by Alves. Thanks for tuning in here on Tuesday night Super Soccer League action. Kind of a sour taste left in both teams' mouth, but I think we will have a resolution to this rivalry. We'll definitely be seeing both these teams in playoff later in the season. So to be continued. Thanks for joining us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. Appreciate your patronage as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Alexandria United, Alexandria Reds in a Alexandria derby in the UPSL Premier Virginia North. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And to our two most loyal fans, Madeline from South Georgia and Random Aussie all the way from Sydney, Australia. Enjoy that lobster. Good to see all of after the game. Really hard-fought contest, but in the end, the result is shared. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pack up and go. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UPSL action. And we have a whole host of competitions across a whole host of contests over the weekend. USL2, USLW. We have our first NPSL match, our first WPSL match. We have more UPSL, Super Soccer League across Maryland and Virginia. This is DMV Sports Media. Make sure to subscribe, and we will see you for the next one. Have a good night.